It's almost midnight. The house is quiet. You look out the back window, and then you see it. A tiny green light flashes above the grass, then another, then three more. They appear for a second, disappear, and suddenly they are somewhere completely different. You step closer to the window. There is nothing there. No flashlight, no person, no car. Just darkness and these strange little lights floating around your backyard. So what are you actually looking at? Ghost lights? Something coming through the trees? Or just fireflies? Here's the strange part. The answer really can be fireflies, but that is only the beginning of the mystery. Because some fireflies are not simply glowing insects, they are sending signals. Some can flash in almost perfect rhythm, and some females can even copy another firefly's signal to lure a male close and eat him. Yes, there's a tiny nighttime predator hiding in some backyards, and tonight we're going to follow the clues. First, we'll figure out what those mysterious lights really are. Then we'll uncover the strange language hidden inside their flashes, and finally, we'll reveal the darkest secret behind the glow. And stay until the end because I'll show you one simple thing you can do tonight that could make your backyard much more friendly to these incredible creatures. Welcome back to Backyard Mysteries, where the wildest mysteries may be hiding closer than you think.
Let's start with the obvious question. Why are these lights appearing in your yard? If you live in the United States, you may call them fireflies or lightning bugs. And despite the name, they aren't flies. They are beetles. Their light comes from a chemical reaction inside special organs called lanterns. But here's where things get interesting. For many firefly species, that flash isn't random. It's a message. A male flies around at night, flashing a certain pattern. A female watches from low vegetation or the ground. If she likes what she sees, she flashes back. Think of it as a dating app, except there are no phones, no profile pictures, and apparently, no left swipes. The male sends a signal, the female answers, and they keep communicating until he finds her. Different species can use different flash patterns. Some flash once, some flash twice. Some use several flashes. Some glow yellow, others appear green. So if you've ever looked into your backyard and thought, why do those lights keep blinking like that? You may have been watching a conversation, and you probably didn't even know it.
Now, imagine you are standing outside at night. You see one firefly flash, then another, then another. But suddenly, hundreds of lights flash together at almost the same time. Then everything goes dark. A few seconds pass, and flash. The entire forest lights up again. This sounds like something from a science fiction movie, but it is real. In parts of the Great Smoky Mountains, a species called Photinus carolinus is famous for synchronized flashing. Thousands of fireflies can blink in near unison. And this sight has been so strange that researchers have even received reports from people who thought they were seeing something alien. But scientists found a much more fascinating answer. The flashing appears to help females notice the male's signals. In experiments, females responded much more often when the flashes were synchronized than when they were not. So the ghost lights aren't ghosts. They're not UFOs. They're thousands of tiny beetles talking with light. And that changes the way you should look at your own backyard, because those random flashes may not be random at all. But we haven't reached the strangest part, not even close.
Now, imagine you're a male firefly. You're flying through the darkness. You're looking for a female. Then you see her signal. You flash. She flashes back. Perfect. You move closer and closer. But there's a problem. She's lying. Some female fireflies in the genus Photorus can mimic the flash patterns of other fireflies. The male thinks he has found a female of his own species, so he flies toward the signal. And when he gets close enough, the female attacks him. She eats him. Scientists call these females femme fatale fireflies. That's right. One of nature's strangest nighttime traps is made with a tiny glowing light. And suddenly, that peaceful backyard scene looks very different. Every flash could be a love signal, but sometimes it could be a trap. So the next time you see two fireflies flashing at each other, don't assume you're watching a cute little romance. You might be watching a predator pretending to be someone else.
Here's something even more surprising. Fireflies don't spend their whole lives flying around at night. Most of their lives are spent as larvae, down in the soil, under leaves, around damp areas. And these little larvae are predators. They hunt creatures such as snails, slugs, and worms. So the glowing insect you see for a few weeks in summer may have spent months or even years living quietly beneath your feet. Your backyard isn't just where the fireflies appear. For some species, it's where their entire story happens. And that's why your yard may be giving you clues. If you have damp soil, leaf litter, tall grass, or a darker corner with less disturbance, you may have created exactly the kind of place fireflies need. But there's another clue that many homeowners miss: darkness. Fireflies need darkness to communicate. Artificial light can interfere with their signals, and scientists are increasingly concerned about light pollution, along with habitat loss and pesticides. So that bright backyard light you leave on all night, to you, it may just be a security light. To a firefly, it could be like trying to have a conversation while someone shines a flashlight directly into your eyes.
And now we can finally solve our backyard mystery. If you look outside and see small yellow or green flashes moving through grass, shrubs, or trees, there's a good chance you're seeing fireflies. But don't stop at that answer, because the real mystery is much better. Those lights may be part of a secret communication system. One species may be searching for a mate. Another may be sending a different signal. A group may flash together. And somewhere in the darkness, a predator may be pretending to be someone else. And here's the part I love most. Scientists have identified more than 2,600 firefly species around the world, yet researchers have studied the conservation status of only a small fraction of them. For many species, we still don't know basic things about how they live. New fireflies are still being discovered. So when you look into your backyard tonight, you may not just be looking at insects, you may be looking at a part of nature that scientists themselves are still trying to understand. And here's your bonus tip. If you want to give fireflies a better chance in your yard, start simple. Turn off unnecessary outdoor lights at night. Leave some natural leaf litter and woody material where appropriate, and avoid treating every part of your yard like a perfectly manicured golf course. Fireflies need moisture, shelter, and places to complete their life cycle. So the next time your backyard starts glowing, don't run inside. Look closer. Try to notice the pattern. One flash, two flashes, a pause, another flash. Because you might be watching a conversation, a courtship, or even a tiny predator setting a trap. And that's what makes the backyard so fascinating. The mystery isn't that something strange is visiting your yard. The mystery is how much wildlife is already living there without you noticing. If you've ever seen strange glowing lights in your backyard, tell us what happened in the comments and where you saw them. Your story could help someone else recognize the same mystery. And if you enjoyed uncovering what is really happening after dark, subscribe, because there are a lot more backyard mysteries hiding in plain sight. And when you're ready for the next one, watch 5 backyard birds you should never feed. Big mistake. Because some of the things we do to help wildlife can actually cause more harm than we realize. Until next time, keep looking closer, because the greatest mysteries are often hiding in the places we walk past every day.